This is the PowerPoint for Unit 1A on English question word order. In English, a standard sentence has the subject, verb, and the object. For example, I live in Kentucky. I is the subject. Live is the verb. In Kentucky is working as the object. I live in Kentucky. Another example of the subject, verb, object order is Dr. Eastland teaches English. Dr. Eastland is the subject. Teaches is the verb. English is the object. Dr. Eastland teaches English. A standard English sentence is subject, verb, object. I live in Kentucky. In English, a question starts usually with a question word and then has an auxiliary verb, then the subject and the main verb. Where do I live? The standard English question order is the question word, maybe an object, then an auxiliary verb, then a subject, then a main verb. For example, where do I live? Where is a question word. Do is an auxiliary verb. Please notice that the word do is in the present tense. I is the subject. Live is the main verb. So the question is, where do I live? Another example is, what does Dr. Eastland teach? What is the question word. Does is the auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb does is in the present tense. Dr. Eastland is the subject. Teach is the main verb. What does Dr. Eastland teach? Sometimes you include the object after the question word when you're asking a question in English. For example, what kind of exercise do I practice? What is the question word, and kind of exercise is the object. Do is the auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb do is in the present tense. I is the subject. Practice is the main verb. So the question is, what kind of exercise do I practice? Another example is, what kind of music did Dr. Eastland listen to? What is the question word? Kind of music is the object. Did is the auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb is in the past tense. Dr. Eastland is the subject. Listen to is the main verb. So the question is, what kind of music did Dr. Eastland listen to? Let's do the practice exercises on page 5 in your book. They have a number of words that are in the wrong order, and you need to put them in the correct order. Let's do them together. Born where your parents were. Born is the main verb. Where is a question word. Your parents is the subject. Were is the auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb were is in the past tense. So the correct order of the question should be, where were your parents born? That question can be answered with the answer, my parents were born in New Jersey and Iowa. Where from our teacher is. Where is a question word. From is part of the verb. Our teacher is the subject. Is an auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb is in the present tense. So the correct order is, where is our teacher from? An answer to this question is, your teacher is from Chicago. Name your, how, you, do, spell. Name is an object. It is a noun. Your is also part of the object. It is an adjective. Adjectives go before nouns. How is a question word. You is a subject. Do is an auxiliary verb. Please notice that the auxiliary verb do is in the present tense. Spell is the main verb. So the correct order should be, how do you spell your name? An answer to this question is, my name is spelled S-A-R-A-H. Did last you go night out? Did is working as a question word here. Please notice that the word did is in the past tense. Last is an adjective. Adjectives go before nouns. You is the subject. Go is the main verb. Night is a noun. Out is part of the main verb. So the correct order is, did you go out last night? An answer to this question is, no, I did not go out last night.